Sandhan. All Gujarat Integrated Classroom.
સેટેલાઇટના માધ્યમથી જોડતી કડી એટલે સંધાન.
Friends, today our topic is span and linear independence. But before we start, let's recall some of the things we have done last time. Last time we defined a vector space and derived some important properties. We have four important vector spaces: Rn, the set of all n real tuples; C01, the class of all continuous real value functions defined on the closed interval 0, 1; P, the set of all polynomials defined with real coefficients; and Pn, for a given integer n greater than or equal to 1, is the set of all polynomials with degree less than or equal to 1, and we add here 0 polynomial also. So these are the four standard vector spaces in our study, and vector space Rn and Pn union 0 vector is going to place alright, very important part in our study. Now onwards, alright, we will not speak Rn as the set of all n tuples, just we will say that consider the vector space Rn. We are going to study only real vector spaces, and so we will speak only vector space. Then we study a subspace of a vector space, and we have a following criteria. Let us see on the screen as a theorem 1. A non-empty subset U of a real vector space V becomes a subspace of V if and only if, whenever x and y belongs to U, then alpha x plus beta y belongs to U for all alpha and beta belonging to R. With the help of this theorem, today I want to give you two exercises which are very useful in our future study. The first exercise I give you in the form of a theorem. Intersection of two subspaces of a vector space is also a subspace. Before we give our next exercise, we have to define one definition. Suppose we are given two non-empty sets A and B of a vector space, and then take any vector x belonging to A and vector y belonging to B. Then since A and B are both subsets of V, x and y both are elements of V, and so the vector x plus y is well-defined vector. The sum of all such vectors x plus y, alright, is called the sum of two sets A and B. So A plus B is equal to set of all vectors x plus y, where x belongs to A and y belongs to B. For example, suppose I take A is equal to 0, 1, 1, 2, 1, 0 and 2, 3, and B is equal to minus 1, 0 and 5, 2. Then what is A plus B? A plus B will become out. First we take this as a vector x and this vector as a y and y. Alright, this is, we get this too. 0, 1 plus minus 1, 0, 0 1 plus phi 2 and so on. Now we take the vector 0 1 1 0 and plus minus 1 0 0 1 plus vector phi 2 vector 2 3 plus minus vectors minus 1 0 1 and 2 3 and plus vector phi 2. This will be our sum A plus B. And now based on this definition, our next theorem says that we see on the screen. If U and V are two subspaces of a vector space V, then U plus V is also a subspace of V. Now we go ahead and we start with the definition of linear combination. Suppose we are given n vectors x1, x2, xn in a vector space V. Then a vector of the form alpha 1 x1 plus alpha 2 x2 plus alpha n xn, where alpha 1, alpha 2, alpha n are scalars, is called a linear combination of given vectors. If S is a finite set containing k vectors y1, y2, yk, then any linear combination of k vectors is called a linear combination of the given set S. And for arbitrary set S, alright, any finite linear combination of vectors of V is called a linear combination of the set S. Let us take one example. Suppose I take the space R2 and I take vector x1 equal to 2 3, vector x2 is equal to phi 1 and vector x3 is equal to 0 1. Then minus 2x1 plus phi 1 minus 0 1, that is equal to, sorry, I have done mistake, x2 minus x3. This is equal to minus 4 minus 6 plus phi 1 plus minus 0 1. And if you simplify according to our definition of addition, what we get is minus 4 plus 5 minus 0 minus 6 plus 1 minus 1, and that is equal to 1 and minus 6. And so what we can say is this vector 1 minus 6 is a linear combination of three vectors x1, x2 and x3 in R2. Now, with the help of this notion of a linear combination of vectors, alright, we can have, alright, a special subspace, alright, containing a given non-empty set. Our next theorem is this.
We can see.
Given a non-empty subset S of a vector space V, there exists a smallest subspace of V containing S. Here we have to prove two things. First, we have to prove that there exists a subspace. Suppose I call that subspace U, which contains S. And then I have to prove that this subspace U is the smallest subspace. Smallest in the sense this, that if W is any subspace of our vector space V such that S is contained in W, then this U is also contained in W. Proof? Let us give the proof of this theorem. Proof. Define U equal to set of all possible linear combinations of elements of set S. If you want to write down in terms of language, mathematical part, then it is equal to set of all vectors x such that x can be expressed as alpha 1 x1 plus alpha 2 x2 plus alpha n xn, where what is n? N is any integer greater than or equal to 1. Vectors x1, x2, xn are elements of S, and alpha 1, alpha 2, alpha n are our scalars. Now let us take any vector z belonging to S. Taking n equal to 1 and alpha 1 is equal to 1, alpha 1 z equal to z belongs to U, and that implies U is a non-empty subset of V. Second thing, if Z belongs to S, then Z belongs to U also, and so that implies that S is contained in U. Now we prove that U is a subspace, and that is very simple. We have already studied criteria, and so suppose x is equal to x and y are two vectors belonging to U, and suppose x is equal to alpha 1 x1 plus alpha k xk, where x1, x2, xk are vectors of S, and alpha 1, alpha 2, alpha k are scalars. And suppose y is equal to beta 1 y1 plus beta m ym, where y1, y2, ym are m vectors belonging to S, and beta 1, beta 2, beta m are scalars. Then for any scalars alpha and beta, alpha x plus beta y is equal to alpha 1 x1 plus alpha k xk plus beta 1 y1 plus beta 1 m ym. That means if x and y both belongs to U, then alpha x plus beta y, it is also a finite linear combination of elements of S, alright, with scalars alpha 1, alpha k, beta 1 and beta m, and that implies alpha x plus beta y also belongs to U, and so by our criteria U becomes a subspace. Now as I told you that we want to prove that this U is the smallest subspace, and for that what we prove is this. Suppose W is any subspace of V such that S is contained in W, and suppose let us take this vector x belonging to U, then this vectors x1, x2, xk are elements of S. S is contained in W, and that implies that the vector x1, x2, xk are elements of W. W being a subspace, and the property which we obtained last time of a subspace, the linear combination alpha 1 x1, alpha 2 x2 plus alpha k xk also belongs to W. That means this vector x also belongs to W, and that implies that U is contained in W. This subspace is given a special name. It is called the subspace spanned by given set S, and the notation which we use is this. And we say that it is a subspace spanned by S or in some books it is called linear span of S. Now let us take one or two examples. Suppose vectors u and v belongs to our vector space V. Now before I do one more definition or some notations, that suppose S is only a finite set, x1, x2 and xp. Then we denote it linear span by the notation x1, x2 and xp, and call it the subspace span by vectors x1, x2 and xp. Now suppose let us take two vectors u and v belonging to V. Then what is the subspace span by u? The subspace span by u will be all the vectors alpha u, where alpha is scalar. And what is the subspace span by u and v both? The subspace span by both vectors u and v is equal to all vectors of the form alpha u plus beta v, where alpha belongs to alpha and beta are elements of R. Let us take one concrete example. Suppose we take V is equal to R2 and our vector u is equal to 1, 2. Now suppose the vector xy belongs to the subspace span by u, that is equal to all the scalar multiple